Hey y'all! So today's foodie adventure is a super fun one. I'm making a recipe out of one of my favorite cookbooks, Thug Kitchen. It's super hilarious. It's full of amazing recipes. I mean, look at all those tabs, guys. I got it for Christmas and it's an adult cookbook. They use some choice language. But today we're making vegetable soup with ginger miso broth. It's a super comforting and flavorful soup. Before we dive into that though, I'm sure you noticed that the background is a little different. This is my first video in my new apartment, so I'm pretty excited. I'll have to do a new kitchen tour. It's a studio apartment, so the kitchen tour will be really short. But that's what we're doing today. I've got my prep back here behind me, so we're just going to get started. Okay guys, so the first step in the book is to add into your hot sauce pot your ginger and your carrots. This is going to be the base for the broth. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my, oh, you're over here. I'm going to go ahead and add in my ginger. It says 4 inches of fresh ginger, which I'm not using the fresh whole ginger, I'm using the grated. So 4 inches is about 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 2 tablespoons of the grated ginger. And then it is calling for 1 carrot. But I have matchsticks, which are also going in the soup, so I'm just going to do a handful of matchstick carrots and the ginger. And you start with just the ginger and the carrot in the hot saucepan, stirring them frequently until they start to break down. Then we will come back and add the garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going, and I will get back. There we go. Switched up the angles, guys. Put you in the action. So I'm still just sweating down my ginger and my carrots for 2 minutes. Okay, so the next step in the recipe is to add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Unfortunately, my measuring spoons were the casualty of the move, so I don't have an exact measuring tablespoon, but I'm going to use just a regular tablespoon. And we're going to get 2 tablespoons of the minced garlic right in the pot. And these need to cook together for another 2 minutes. Okay guys, it's time for the next step. We're going to add 6 cups of vegetable broth. Okay guys, so once you've got your 6 cups of vegetable broth into your pan, you want to let it simmer for 15 minutes. That's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to let it simmer for 15 minutes and then I will get right back to you. Okay guys, so while our broth is simmering for the 15 minutes, I'm going ahead and I'm microwaving my broccoli florets and my sugar peas, and I'm also getting my udon noodles ready. I found these amazing udon noodles at my natural grocers, and I'm going to follow the instructions on the package to microwave them, and they are mushroom flavored. And I don't want to add any outside flavor to the already amazing flavor that we're doing in our soup. So I'm going to cook them, but I'm going to leave the flavor packet out. So I'm just going to cook them per the instructions, and then hopefully by then our soup will have simmered for 15 minutes and we can come back together and move on. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey y'all, our broth has been simmering for 15 minutes, so we are going to go ahead and add some soy sauce. Okay guys, our sauce is simmered. We've added our soy sauce and let it simmer. Now it's time to dissolve our miso paste. I found this awesome vegan organic miso paste. So what you're going to do is you're going to scoop up a half a cup of your broth, and then you're going to put in your miso paste. You need 1.5 teaspoons of the miso paste. I actually really love the flavor of the miso paste, so I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. If I can get to it, guys, it's really protected here. There we go. So this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon, and you want to just put it right in the broth, and then you just want to stir until it's all the way dissolved, and then we're going to put that right back into our big broth. Guys, so our broth is ready. Now the recipe wants you to strain it and leave it as that nice clear broth that you usually get, but I want to do it a little bit differently, and I want to put my veggies back into it. So I'm going to have everything living in my beautiful broth except for my noodles. I'm going to serve them, pour the veggie broth on top of it, and then top it with some super crispy sesame tofu that I have in the oven. So once this is simmered up and my tofu is finished, we'll come back together and give it a try. Hey guys, it's time to taste our awesome soup that we just made. I've got a kind of smorgasbord laid out here. So we've got our noodles, our broth and our veggies, and then our crispy sesame tofu bites, which is a recipe from a previous video, which I will link down below. So let's build our soup. You want to start with your noodles. Oh, they turned out so good, guys. So you get your noodles in your bowl, and then you ladle you some broth and some veggies. Oh, yes. And then you top it with your crispy tofu. Okay, guys. There. So I'm going to try the broth first. There's so much flavor that's been developed. You get the ginger and the garlic and the salty miso and the carrots. The carrots add so much flavor to it. Alright, so I want to get some of the noodle. Maybe they're slippery little buggers. They're chewy, and they just absorb that broth right away. So you're getting all of that flavor in every bite. All right, let's try our tofu. It's so crispy, and that sesame just pops. It complements the broth so perfectly. Oh, this is such a comforting dish. It's full of flavor. Each bite warms you up and explodes in your mouth. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you make this at home, guys. It is so delicious, and I know you're going to love it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye, guys.